I don't need a recap.
Shut your mouth. I didn't ask you, Jack.
Literally just did.
Yes, I did. Okay. Well, I mean, if y'all don't need a recap. Candle, do you need a recap?
We're about to go do the talkie talk to the train.
No? Okay, so everybody's on board. Everybody knows what happened 2 weeks ago? 100%?
We killed the thingy things. We're about to go talkie talk to the dragon.
Alright. Well, then let's get it started. Let me get my music here in a sec. But you guys are standing at the entrance to a 5-foot wide tunnel entrance into the cavern.
It's like fun. Oh my god. Okay, sisters.
No.
Arthur?
Let me make sure this. Okay, so what is your marching order into the tunnel?
I call first because I'm a dragon.
Alright, sounds good.
Oh,
I'll take
actually, it's
last.
10 foot wide. My bad. 10 foot.
I'll take
So you
last
can-
because I'm a tanky boy.
Okay.
Also, I
Can
can't.
trumpet fit? I'm assuming no.
No.
We'll sit
Like
outside.
it's 10 foot wide, but it's not tall enough for him.
How could a fucking dragon fit in there then?
Because he's
I-
like a snake. He like curls up and wiggles on.
You will see in a minute.
Okay, well then trumpet will sit outside with
Dinger.
cart at least. I don't know if Dinger wants to sit outside.
Do you ask him?
I don't want to wait 10 minutes and then ask him.
Okay. Alright. Well, I'm just for the
No, there's no combat in there. I'll just have the animals stay outside.
Oh, including Tuscan Needle?
No combat in there. I feel safe. We should
No.
we should probably take Marcus in. What if we put
yeah, Marcus.
Marcus's
It's
makeshift
probably
bed?
a good idea to take him in.
We put Marcus's makeshift bed on top of Tuscan Needle.
Okay, and then Tuscan Needle are gonna go in with you guys.
Okay.
They'll be carrying Marcus.
So they'll go
Okay.
like behind Jack then, and then Astrid will be second to last, I guess. I don't know.
She's
good.
in the middle. Okay. I
Stuck
should
in the
have
middle with you.
But anyways, you guys head into the cavern.
In the middle with you.
Well, what is this lighting?
Basically,
Dynamic.
so as you walk into the tunnel, there are these huge holes that are letting sunlight pour into the otherwise decently dark cavern. The walls are made of this beautiful red and yellow stone. But yeah, there are huge holes, pretty, high up, that are drilled to let light in.
Oh. Forward? March, I suppose.
I'm like trying to figure out how we're supposed to go forward.
My god, won't move. No! Come on, Dirkwrath, you can do it! You can move!
We can't move forward, Caitlin.
What? How can you not move forward?
It's just a lag. Never mind. It might be. Maybe. Oh, there we go. There's some. Okay, so some parts of it are just actually just dark forever.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I couldn't figure out how to, like, work it out, so that's partially my bad. Oh no. Needle, stay in the wall.
I'll make it easier, Caitlin. God.
Copy pasta. And as you begin to traverse in the tunnel, you can see some form of bats hanging in the darker sections of the wall. They don't really move as you walk past.
There you are, Rhyfus.
And as you begin to walk into this much more wide open area, you can see a young brass dragon. She's currently sitting atop a huge mound of sand with, well, there is a skeleton of some sort of humanoid creature settled into the sand, but currently the dragon is holding this golden urn and is speaking to it. However, as you enter, she places the urn back into the sand, kind of burying it, and begins to approach you guys.
I say, in Draconic, "Oh, hello, Rhyfus. How's it going?
Ooh, a
Give me a
speaker of
second.
Draconic. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, no, not great. There's actually something we need to ask you. But the person who was the leader's name again? What was her name?
Huh?
So I know I asked her.
Oh, you ask her name?
No. The girl
Oh.
at the leader of the person I bowed to at the town.
Oh yeah. It's Dragosa.
Ghosta says hi.
Oh, Dragosa, I know her. She's at that tribe just down the way. You know, I think they were having a problem with those vulture griffins, but I kind of like them. They're good company every now and again, though they're not very good at speaking. Eh, you know. But yes, I know Dragosa. She's a very nice lady. How do you know her?
We stopped in the town looking for you, actually, because we suspect that golden urn that you had has a djinn, and then unfortunately I kind of gesture towards Marcus and I say, he's been cursed, and be the only way to lift the curse.
Oh, you want to take my gin? That's kind of unfortunate. He's a very interesting guy to talk to. He doesn't like being in the urn, but I like talking to him. Did you know that his name is Dune?
Did
Dune?
not.
Yeah, great guy. But you see, I like the color blue. Blue gens are very kind. And currently, he wants some gold, and I'm not about to give it to him because I don't want him escaping, because I kind of like talking to him every day, because nobody else can stand talking to me day in and day out. Just like that guy over there. She gestures to the skeleton. Yeah, he kind of died because I forgot to feed him, but I just wanted to talk to him so much. I couldn't just stop. I mean, I love talking. And,
Completely
well,
understand.
you know, he eventually died. Actually, it's great that you guys walked in. I've been looking for some new people to talk to. Say, are those two boars?
Their names are Tuscan Needle.
Oh, Tuscan Needle. You know, I once boar. And you know what? I don't recall his name, but he hung out with a meerkat. They kind of enjoyed eating bugs out in the desert. And then, you know, there was a lion. He came along. I think nature took its course, but I liked those two. It was an odd pairing, a meerkat and a boar.
Yes,
You know?
sure. I've also got we also have a not a camel. Dinger is a donkey, and a elephant outside. If you'd like to meet them. However, if we couldn't get to the matter at hand, I that we could trade or do anything in your service to get the gem, please?
Trading. Oh, trading is so boring. That's such a drab idea. Why don't we, you know, act out a play or something? Do something interesting. No, wait. I have a good idea. You see, I've been looking for this guy. And, he's got some very good information that I like to hear. See, he knows about this creature called the Dizu. And I've been wanting to understand more about this creature. It's such a unique creature, and I'd love to hear what he has to say about it. I think he's the only one in the desert who knows about it. But yeah, it's this wonderful creature. It's got these antlers, magnificent wings, teeth, a beak, you know, that kind of thing.
Wonderful. And who was that? Actually, I
Um,
think I've heard of the Dizu
oh, have
for
you?
some reason. It's in my notes.
Uh, really?
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know a whole lot about it. But who is the person you're looking for?
I, yeah, I honestly don't know. I just know. But I guess that's kind of common knowledge. Who else would know about these kinds of things other than, well, druids? Druids are good with that kind of thing.
I know a very smart druid. His name is Thebat.
The bad. The bad. The bad. The bad. We have a lot of bats in here.
Ew.
The bat. The bad. Is he a
Um,
dwarf?
he is.
A dwarf. Oh, and he has those bone piercings, doesn't he? He's a very eccentric guy. Yes, actually, that is exactly who I'm for. If you could bring him here, that would be absolutely wonderful. And now what were you saying about your friend, the
Marcus.
one
He's been
Mercus?
cursed.
Curse? What kind of curse, you say?
Well, unfortunately, I'm sure you're well aware that magic seems to be lessened from the realm.
Oh, yeah.
Gnome, who
Oh.
seemed to be at least partially responsible, he had this glowing orb
Hmm.
and threatened to kill us, and he owned two very nasty monsters and a whole terrible ordeal. And he threatened to kill us, and then the ones we loved, and all that terrible stuff. And then it turns out he actually was, and that's really bad. And he cursed this poor man.
Right. What's the curse doing to him, though? Is it diabolically evil? Is it killing him?
I would say so, yes.
Oh, interesting. I could actually do something for you. If you run and get me the bat, I could actually, put this Mercus, in a sort of limbo. Now, I don't know if you know what limbo is. Do you know what limbo is?
The game or I'm unsure. I'm sure of the game, and I'm sure of the state. Yes.
Yes, well, I can put him in a stasis between life and death until you bring me back what I want. Of course, he won't be able to speak or really comprehend anything. He'll basically be, I'm not, sort of dead, but he's still breathing. The curse can't kill him.
He won't be in any pain, will he?
No, I don't believe so. Considering he's mostly be dead with the benefit of breathing and heart beating and all that interesting biological stuff.
Oh. Okay. There's a few things. Just a second, but also Thebat is currently in Crowmire-ish, or thereabout, and the town has been recently just kind of set on fire. And so I'm not sure how hard or easy it would be to draw him away.
Oh,
He might be interested in trying to clean the town up or help it.
well, don't you know him?
Yes, he was my master for quite a long time. He was my teacher. He
Well,
taught me
there
everything
you
I
go.
know.
I'm sure you'll be able to find him.
Very well. You mind if I discuss with my party real quickly?
I suppose so, yes.
Don't speak Draconic, I'm sorry.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so? I could have just spoken in common.
I feel like perhaps I felt a bit more polite talking to you in in your native tongue, I would suppose.
Oh, well, how kind of you. Honestly, I wish I could just keep you here. You're a conversationalist and polite to begin with. Some of the people that come walking in here are very rude, and they just want my treasure that's buried in the sand. You aren't
How?
here for that, right?
Oh, just hopefully I suppose we do want the gin, but that's mostly to save Marcus's life. If you could do something yourself, that'd be absolutely phenomenal.
Well, I myself cannot cure the cures. The cures. No, I can't cure the curse, but I can hold it until the genie grants you your. I suppose he'll give you a wish, but please don't release him. I really don't want you releasing him.
Okay. I don't know if that's part of the deal when you give when a djinn makes a wish, but consult with my party, please.
Okay, alright.
So I turn around
Don't
and
take
in
too
common.
long.
Trust me, they're not talkers. I turn around really quickly and comment, okay, so she said that she can put Marcus in a sort of limbo state where he won't feel any pain, he won't be dead or alive, and we just need to go get to the bat and bring him here. Yes, no, maybe, hello? Any Yes, confirm. Sounds like a plan? No. Sounds like a bad plan?
I mean, I'm fine with that.
So you are fine with that or you're not fine with it? I heard not fine, and I'm like,
I am fine with that.
wonderful. Alexander?
Yes.
And yes, no, agree?
Sure. Sounds good.
Wonderful. I turn to Vincent and comment and say, yep, well, sounds like we have a deal. We'll head that way, and we'll be right back as soon as possible.
All right, that sounds great, but I don't want you leaving yet. I still have more to talk about.
We can't get the bat if we're talking to you, unfortunately.
Yes, I know, but the back can wait. Hi.
Marcus necessarily can't. I'm sorry to say.
She begins to approach you, rather. Well, approach the boar. And she holds her taloned hand over Marcus, and for a moment there's this very soft, almost yellow glow that envelops him and encases him in a sort of... It kind of looks like a pill. It kind of looks like a pill. It encases him, and he lays completely still on top of the boar. And now that he's encased in this sort of magical stasis, she picks him up and carefully places him atop one of these sand dunes. There. He should be fine. Now let's continue talking. Come on, tell me your life story. Who are you? You're Dirk.
Well, bye. Bye, Dirkrath.
They won't be able to get Dirk. They won't be able to get the bat without me. I'm sure they don't know him. Unfortunately, like I do.
Yeah, wait,
Come
wait,
on,
where
Arthur,
are they
we
going?
gotta go.
They think that they're going to go eat something. I don't think they have any. I don't think we didn't bring any rations in here. Unfortunately, left them in the cart.
Oh, I have food. I could give you food.
There's also water, and then we also need to sleep sooner or later. And
Oh, I have a very good trick for sleeping.
also we need to go get the bat. You know.
Yeah, but come and talk for a little while. I want to learn about you people. It's not very often I get to talk. I mean, come on. My father gets to talk to people all the time because he chose to take the form of a human. You know, I think he's actually
back up. That was important. Hold on, what?
Oh, okay. How? Okay, let's make a deal.
How about we start with that?
Okay, let's make a deal. All right. So,
Uh-huh.
what time is it right now? Like, what time is it now, Caitlin?
It is approximately, like, late afternoon.
What if I talk to you until sundown, and then tonight I probably we'd have to rest, unfortunately, but then we find the bet and we'd be back here as soon as possible. Would that be satisfactory?
How about we talk all night, not just till sundown? That's not quite long enough. We'll talk all night, and I suppose after you rest in the morning, you leave and go get the bat. I suppose that will do. But you have to talk all night.
Very well. Sounds like,
But your
Man.
friends have to speak too, or else the deal is off.
well, I am Alexander Astrid,
I immediately
lady.
start questioning Rhyfus entirely. Ignoring my life story, I want to know all about Rhyfus, and I specifically want to know all about Rhyfus' father, and who Rhyfus' father is masquerading as.
I second that. I would like that information.
What, do you come up and speak to her?
Can I call on her from back here in this corner that I found?
I mean,
Look, if she wants to kill you, she can kill you from back there.
I mean, you're not wrong, but Alexander does feel safer back here in the safety corner.
so you yell at her?
Actually, can we go talk outside? It's quite wonderful out there.
No, I love my den. In fact, why don't you come here? The sand is much warmer over here.
You meet
That
Trumpet,
sounds
my
like a
elephant,
trap.
as well as Dinger, who is quite a talk. He
Ugh.
can speak with animals, and I could convey information between the two,
You can
all of you.
Well, I already know how to speak with animals. I know very many languages.
Then wonderful, you could talk to them as well. That way
Right.
it'd be very easy for us to go throughout the entire night, you know?
The elephant can't fit in here after all.
Yes, but
Trumpet.
Huh.
That's a
Interested
whole
in
animal.
talking to
That's a
you
whole
guys.
being that you physically can't talk to inside of your burrow.
That is very fair, but I don't like the idea of going outside. You see, when people see me, they decide, oh, I can just go into Rhyfus's den and take whatever I want. You know, that's happened several times now.
Is
What if
He's
you just
sitting right in the
peek your
doorway.
head out of the doorway?
Yeah, we'll just be sitting in front of the cave entrance. It's not like anyone will be able to get in.
Oh,
Don't you
but
dare
what's your
fucking leave me
reasoning?
behind here.
What?
My den not good enough?
It's wonderful in here, actually. Quite lovely. However, if we go outside, you can talk to Trumpet.
She sits there on the large dune and kind of rubs her chin for a moment. I suppose we could do that. All right.
I'll meet you out there in a couple minutes.
Oh no, I'm following you now.
Oh, of course! I thought you'd fly out. My apologies.
No, Oh, you know what? I think I've gained a few pounds. Perhaps I should.
Oh, you look slim as ever, I'm sure.
Well, aren't you the charmer? I will see you outside momentarily.
Alright,
Okay, let me move.
head on out.
And she flies.
Oh god. That was like
Sorry.
moving my character out.
I'm going to move things.
I'm gonna virtual cast. I'm saying,
Get
okay,
behind-
Alexander
get behind
and Astrid, can you guys talk to her for just a moment while I get stupid animals up?
I immediately started questioning her about who the father is.
Start
Oh,
casting
my
virtual casting.
father.
Yes, I want to know everything about him.
Yes, actually, he's,
I'm curious if I met him.
Huh? You might have met him. He's in one of the most, well-populated human towns in the desert.
Arthur, I'm exactly where I need to be. The game expects me to be around level 23. You know what level I am?
Probably at least 40, okay.
No, level 50. I see you're playing D&D.
Yes, I am. Now, please.
So, have you died?
I've been working with
Arthur, I did.
Stop.
Am I interrupting your stream?
It's not a stream, it's a recording. But we're supposed to be talking to a really talkative dragon right now.
Hi!
That's what I've said so far. But we're trying to get information because she rambles. So I need you to not be here so I can try to pry information out.
So that way I can take notes for my DM.
Not for my DM. It's definitely for me and my DM, but definitely for me.
I do use them. Right.
Anyway,
So, father.
she was talking. The last thing that she said was he was part of one of the more popular towns. Populous.
Yes, he's part of one of the more populous towns of this desert. His name is Tamor, but he took up a human name so they could fit in. He took the form of an old man because he figured, oh, I'll be popular amongst the young adventurers.
I have a question.
Yes.
Would the name that your father took happen to be? Hold on, let me find it. I have to find where it is. Was it my? I think it was my. Hold on. Would it happen to be Vernon?
Funny enough, that does ring a bell. But he doesn't like me telling that because then, well, the secrets will fly and out the truth will come about him being a dragon and so on and so forth. I probably shouldn't have told you that, but, you'll be quiet, right?
I mean, yes, it actually explains a lot, honestly, about Vernon himself.
Yes, he's a very nice guy. I don't quite understand why he likes the humans so much, but to each their own. I myself prefer to speak to more capable beings, but
Thanks.
not to
I'll
say that you
take
guys
leave
aren't
here then.
very interesting. I take what I can get, honestly.
It's like I prefer to speak to more interesting beings. Woo! That means I can leave because I'm not interested.
I mean, do you say that?
No, but like out of character, that's like my immediate reaction. Like, yes, he doesn't care about me at all. But yes, you said at your father was an adventurer. Do you know where he
Oh,
has gone? Perhaps.
he's not an adventurer. He simply enjoys living the life of a human. I believe he tells the humans that he's a former adventurer because he has been to every part of the desert, but then again, this desert isn't very big for us dragons.
How many of your kind are actually in this desert? Is it just you and your father, or like how many more?
Oh, no, there's plenty of us. However, uh, it's difficult to say because every couple centuries. Well, no, I should not talk about that. How about you tell about you instead? What's your name, Alexander?
Give me one
Can't say
second.
anything. I don't think it's been 10 minutes yet, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Well, no, I would ritual cast as I walked.
yeah, give me 1 second while I type the stuff in. Um,
Skenetal would have told her a joke and asked her, "Why is the sun hot?"
Uh-huh. And why is that?
Because it's a ball, and they start laughing.
You can hear a sort of chuckle come out of her. You creatures have such an interesting form of joking. How is it that you come up with your joke?
Because I think they're funny. Another one. Why is a cactus pointy?
Why?
It grows in the sand.
Oh, that's a very interesting hypothesis. I like it. Perhaps they are pointy because they grow in the sand, but then again, is a tree pointy? They also grow in the sand.
They mostly grow in dirt.
No. Haven't you seen the trees of the desert?
A Tuscan Needle seen the trees in the desert.
Well, they saw the ones at Leon.
Or no, maybe they're pointy too.
I suppose sticks could be considered pointy. Oh, fair
there's plenty of
point.
them.
They're pointy?
And that is how you make a joke, dear boar. That is the
Boar?
point.
No, Tuscan
Right.
Needle don't get it.
Yes, Tuscan Needle. Did you guys name yourself? How did you receive your name?
How did they receive their names, Caitlin?
They were born with
You're
them.
talking to yourself right now.
I know. God damn it. No. I'm going to turn her attention to you, dear crap.
If I finish ritual casting Speak with Animals?
Huh?
You finished ritual casting Speak with Animals yet?
Yes, please. I don't want to talk to myself.
I look at her and say, "Oh, hello, sorry, I was ritual casting Speak with Animals so I can talk with my bestest friends, Tuscan Needle, as well as Stinger and Trumpet, right, guys?"
Uh-huh. Yes, I appreciate it. However, I prefer to talk with beings that have some form of intelligence other than very, pointless jokes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think
No.
I think Trumpet might be smart. You know what they say about elephants.
No.
Got a 3 for
Trumpets,
intelligence.
unfortunately, are not smart, but they do have quite the memory. Too bad it doesn't serve them very well. They do make a very fine meal on occasion. However, you don't have to worry about me eating your elephant.
Trumpet is the smartest out of my animals. That's good.
Is he?
With an intelligence of 3. Tusk, Needle, and Digger all have intelligence of 2.
Oh my god.
Don't fight
Right.
any mind flayers, else we'll fucking die.
So we have Dirkrath, Alexander, and who? One through here.
Astrid Tea Leaf.
Astra Tea Leaf. Huh? And what's your story, dear halfling?
That's my grandfather in there.
Oh, so that's the one that's related.
Yes.
Interesting. What does he mean to you?
World.
The world. That's quite the broad statement. Why is he the world to you?
Because he's the only family I have left.
Oh, but family is... It's not eternal, you know that, right? World of something.
No, but it's good to have it while you have it. What's your father mean to you?
Not a whole lot. We don't really contact each other. But I suppose you... human thing... have different kinds of bonds.
Yeah. We
Those
do.
are very short.
Yes, that's right. You guys die quite often. It's kind of... Which is why I don't talk to you guys very often. You guys can't handle talking to me for your entire life and end up dying because I forget to feed you. Jeez.
I feel like
I
that's true
figured.
for most mortal beings, but okay.
Yes, but... I don't know. I prefer talking to elementals. They're much more fun. They come from a completely different plane of existence. But
exciting.
alas, the only ones that come around here, and that's very rarely, are the fire ones. I think they more so come from the feathered slopes near Cromire. Not quite sure why. They seem to kind of roam around the dunes every now and again.
Find
It's
any
as
on
if
our way there? Well,
somebody's summoning them. Quite interesting.
you like talking to them?
Oh, I do.
Hold on.
However,
He
they're...
just said that someone's summoning the fire elementals, right?
Yeah. I thought it was a she. We're not
She.
right.
I'm also...
I didn't catch what you just said. Sorry.
So they don't hit. They don't hurt the village, do they? The village is south of here.
They do.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That they do. No, don't bother bringing them here. They end up making my den smell like sulfur, and I don't quite like that smell. It takes quite a bit of time to get out. I tend to find them on my own trap. Anywho, do you have anything interesting to tell me?
There's a wizard that's trying to kill us.
A wizard? Oh, that's interesting. A wizard. Oh, wait. I sort of know something about that, but I cannot tell you because, alas, my father said to keep it a secret, and so I will abide by him. Just this once. Or maybe twice. Not
You said
quite
your
sure.
father doesn't really mean anything to you.
Yes, but there is a code amongst us dragons, and I will abide by the code, because otherwise, what would I be? Some animal?
What if I give you a bunch of gold in exchange?
Oh, you think gold affects me? Oh, you must be thinking of me as some metallic dragon. No, if you want to bribe me, you must bring me someone worth talking to. Like the djinn. That was a wonderful line.
No, Dirtcraft, do you want to take one for the team?
I love talking to Rhyfus. However, we do have to go find the bat.
Yes, the bat, but however, you have to speak with me all night.
Entire night, yes, ma'am.
An entire night, so you better get cozy. And you better eat, because I'm not going to feed you. Sorry.
Of course, and I
know
cast
made that
Goodberry.
offer earlier, however, I retract the offer.
No worries. I cast Goodberry 3 times because I'm guessing we're not using any more. Oh, do I have enough spell slots for that? Real check. I'll double check. I can't use any spell slots during that fight.
Oh wow. Nice.
I have only 2 spell slots remaining. Well, I can cast it at a higher level. I'll just cast it at a higher level regardless. So I cast 3 good berries, hand them out, and ask Rhyfus, hey, would you like a berry?
Oh, what kind of berry is that?
Good berry. It's magical.
Interesting.
It's very weak magic compared to you, I'm sure, but
Yes, it is. However,
I had
it's
a droll
interesting
trick
that you're. Yes, I will gladly take one.
kind of hand it to her as best I can.
She picks it up very carefully between 2 talons and. It's been quite a long. You good, pal?
I think I had a momentary dip in ability of doing things.
But
What?
I think my internet cut out for a second.
Oh, okay. You
I was
good
gonna say
now?
that sounds like a personal problem, but
You good now, though?
I think so. It seems to
Oh,
have fixed itself. What happened? The last thing I remember was he was talking about.
she.
She was talking about. She's talking to Dirkrath about something.
cast Goodberry, and then she said she only eats it for flavor.
They had cast Goodberry. You had just given it to her, and then everything died.
Oh yeah,
Right.
that's all we did.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, she was just saying that the last time she had a good parry was quite a long time ago. There was a druid. No, a few druids. Several times. But it was a long time.
she started talking again.
Yep. Right, yes. Ah, you guys are the adventuring type, aren't you? Isn't that why you're dressed the way you are?
Yes.
Yes, very.
Oh, what kind of stuff do you do? Well, out adventuring.
Both.
Well, then I guess I'll start with the story of Dark Rock, starting up with when we met Leota.
Oh, Leota. What an interesting name.
Far into that story, as much detail as physically possible.
Right. Well, the sun is beginning to set now. Ah, yes. Very interesting. Oh,
And
can
that's
you
the
tell me
wizard.
more about the wizard, though? I'm more interested in that. No, wait. I sort of know about that. Oh, I love hearing about it. Anyways, why don't you just tell me?
Well, there
Wait,
was.
could we? But like, she wants to hear about it, but we want information. So would we be able to like do a little barter here for information since she's so curious? Like, if we tell you a little bit about it, you got to tell us a little bit about what you know.
It
You
should be
can
best
ask
not
her
to push your
questions.
luck. We already are using this conversation as a way for her to be willing for us to go get the bat and then not, let Marcus die. Be careful about how we push our luck.
I mean, I ain't asking for treasure, but she knows something about the dude trying to kill us. Don't you think it's kind of worth getting?
Technically, because she'll hear us, but yeah. This is all
Forget
out
it.
of character, I apologize.
Yeah, that's
Just
fine.
continue talking.
I'll tell her about Bright.
Bright. An orphan, you know, there are many of those. Strange that you guys continue to care for, but then again, you human things are very strange.
Die oh so frequently.
Yes, that is true. Perhaps that's why you guys take care of them. Otherwise, we would just
It's like
let
a little-
them die.
That's unfortunate.
Unfortunate not. Life is how it is sometimes. You're dealt a certain hand, and if you cannot make it, then, well, you die.
Well, you know, humans have, or we like to think of this of compassion as helping those in need and those who we think deserve help.
That's right, that's what sets you group apart from, well, that group. And she kind of gestures to the boar and the elephant. You guys have a sense of morals and ethics and compassion. That's very interesting. It's a very new way of thinking. I myself do not think that way, but I accept most walks of life.
I envy you for thinking that way.
Well, that's an interesting way to put it. I would not envy the way you think. It appears to make your life shorter and much more miserable. So I suppose
agree.
you're right in envying me.
Out of curiosity, on
Mhm.
an entirely different line of conversation, however,
Yes.
do you know anything at all about this whole lack of magic surveying the desert?
Oh, funny question. Yes, I do. But only from stories my father gave me and his father gave him, and all that good stuff.
I'm sure that
He loves stories.
yes, we love stories, and I'm sure that any stories that you have would be much more information than whatever we could possibly have about it.
Yes, well,
You do something of like a little play to show us.
It would allow you to ramble for as long as you wanted.
that
I
is
mean, talk,
very
not
true.
ramble.
I would
Gosh,
enjoy
let
relaying
her
the
ramble for
story.
hours.
This is a very secretive story. I'm not supposed to be sharing it with
Well,
you,
we seem to be
human
kind of
thing.
stuck in the middle of ending the story, actually.
Mm.
We won't tell
Every good
anything.
story needs an end.
I suppose I could share the story, but you have to promise not to tell the other human thing. Only you will know about the story, and you must not spread it.
Sit cross-legged in the sand. Okay, story time.
Yes, make yourself comfortable.
It's
It's
gonna take a
quite the
while.
interesting story.
I'm gonna sit in the back of the cart,
Right.
like not a fucking lunatic.
A very, very long time ago, there was a
4 nations lived in harmony, and then it all changed when the
Oh my
nation
God.
attacked.
Yes, it's the Avatar. There was a blue dragon by the name of Siros. He was a very, very deep dragon. He wanted a land for his own where he could make it as he wanted, away from the very touch of the gods. He hated the gods. The gods gave the humans power so that they could continuously kill his family and take what they wanted out of his den. He hated the humans. He hated the gods. He hated everything that he could not possess. So he was a very crafty dragon. He enjoyed conversing with the sorry. Is that okay? Sorry, Isaac. All right. I lost my train.
He was
Right,
very
real
crafty
quick.
dragon.
Crafty, he liked conversing.
Yes, he was a very crafty dragon. He enjoyed conversing with those humans that lacked the morals that you do. He enjoyed speaking with the magically inept, and after a while, he ended up gathering quite the following. And so he devised a plan to make his own plane so that he could rule it without the interference of gods, without the interference of anything. So he got this group of wizards and sorcerers and whatnot together to create 4 artifacts. And with these 4 artifacts, based loosely around the elements, there is a fire, an earth, a water, air artifact. With the creation of these 4 artifacts, it was said that he was able to take the very desert from the material plane and transport it into a demiplane that's floating endlessly between realms. No one can leave and no one can enter. Not even the gods can lay their pretty hands in the desert. With these 4 artifacts, Siras created a land that was solely his to control. And with this land, he did whatever he wished. He came up with rules and he came up with culling. He enjoyed watching grow, suffer, as he killed all of them except for his own followers. And then they would repopulate. Centuries later, he would call them again and continuously do so. Now, the dragons, like me and my father and the rest of us, know him as Siras the Ancient because he is an ancient dragon. He sleeps beneath the very desert sands. Or so they say. I'm not quite sure. But they say that his minions, his wizards, are currently dealing with the human. They are currently, doing as they please, though still talking with him. But that is simply a story my father told me, and his father before that. I'm not quite sure if it's real or not, but it was certainly an interesting story to hear every night. My father decided to go live with humans.
It's a wonderful story.
I have a question.
Yes.
What would you do if I told you that we have found one of these 4 artifacts and destroyed one?
Oh. Well, that sounds quite impossible, but I suppose if you're being completely truthful, that would
I would
be it.
immediately go into the tale of that one dungeon that we went into and how it's protected by the Coven of Sea Hags, the multiple
It'll be the 3rd time you heard that story.
as well
Oh.
as specifically describing the the water thing, and how the magic came back for a moment when when I broke it.
That's that's both concerning and intriguing. I suppose if you say you did break it, you
I assume
destroyed it,
that you can
correct?
certainly tell if I'm lying. As far as I can tell, it's fucking broke, and that's why that one wizard dude, uh, it's fucking.
I don't know his name, but we believe he's the founder of the religion of the
Founder of the
Sun Church.
Solaire of the Church of the Sun, which I now believe is Siros's own cult following. And with events going the way they are, we might be on the verge of the next culling, as you called it.
Oh, that's not good at all. That means
That means we're the first targets of the culling, and we're also.
no, you won't be targets of the calling. He'll get rid of you before the calling. The calling
That means less people to talk
Serious.
to, unfortunately.
It means a lot less people to talk to.
Unfortunate. That's not very good at all. That means Siros will rise and lay waste to all that has been created in this
He
desert.
said that he will rise.
Yes.
What does that mean he does when he's not, well, risen?
Well, as the story goes, he simply lays in his den and sort of slumbers, so I'm not quite sure if he slumbers. I can't really remember the story. I believe perhaps he talks to his lieutenants. I'm not complete. No, he only had one lieutenant. Right. Not
Well,
sure.
the person that is after us, this, what we believe is the founder of a religion from hundreds of years ago, would that sound like his lieutenant, possibly?
Oh, that. Oh. Can you
That's
describe his appearance?
and I will describe the appearance of the magical gnome dude.
Oh,
And how he was
yes.
able to teleport despite the rules of magic saying no and shit.
That does sound very like his right-hand man, his favorite person.
Does this person
Corin
have a name?
Lightwish. That was his name.
I'll update that in the villain's journal there.
Yeah. I will spell it for y'all. Oh,
I'm
that's
saying,
right.
just change it in the
You can
villain
update his name to Corin Lightwish.
Oh, yeah.
We have a whole
Wait, hold
we
on.
have a whole page on him now. Still.
Wait. I actually did.
Oh, I was almost correct. I believe I spelled Corin with an I.
Let me see.
Nope, I spelled it with an E and one R.
You fucking love Y's there, Caitlin. You know that?
Yes, I do, because I have 2 Y's.
But
Yeah, well, your name's not spelled like normal
yeah,
Caitlin.
you remember how like when we first pissed this guy off, we were like, we are so fucked.
Yeah.
We have now learned that we have pissed off the top lieutenant of an ancient dragon.
You know, all in a day's work.
I believe that the statement still stands.
Yeah, it's okay. Rhyfus doesn't want us to die because we have so much stories to learn to tell her. Cool, don't worry.
Lightwish. Oh, I remember him in the story.
Anything in particular? Strengths, weaknesses, abilities?
I just know that he very much so lacked any sort of emotion aside from joy when he
Well, he
the
seemed
powerful to their death.
pretty pissed off when I broke his little artifact thing.
The whole
That's-
2
I don't know if
emotions.
he has any specific artifacts or like named items, perhaps.
It's hard for me. But I do know that he is quite a crafty fellow, and, well, considering he's the right-hand man and helped to create the artifacts, he has no bounds as to what he can do, unlike you.
Yay. Fun. I always wanted to be hunted by a man with infinite power.
It's not really
I
hunting. I'm
wouldn't
sure he could just
say
kill us if he wanted to.
Oh, yes, he would kill you if he wanted to, but the thing is, he enjoys dragging things out. He likes lulling
It's like a
people
weakness.
to
It's
security.
dragging things out,
Yes.
making it drag on.
I kind of want to update the core and light thing, but I can't just do that. Damn.
We update it to just say he's an absolute prick.
I mean, you can put that in your
I kind of want to update
I
this
will
thing because, like, I wanted to put down,
update it.
like, possible weakness. He really likes dragging things out.
Yeah, he does. I will. Well, you can make your own notes about it. I'm going to update his thing a little bit after the session, but right now.
Oh wait, I already have a page about him. Cool.
Oh, but wait, there is one more thing to the story. I always forget this part because I thought it was so ridiculous. There's supposedly these heroes, as I suppose you would call them, with powers sent from the very gods before devil or the desert was whisked away into this demi-plane or so what have you. Yes, there's these heroes with specific abilities that allow for them to destroy the artifacts, very similar to how you did it, Alexander.
You mean abilities like being able to turn your weapons on fire and destroy water at will?
Yes.
Said fire?
We
Oh,
probably should go find the rest of them, Alexander. Sounds like you'll be needing a lot of help.
yes, but
Thanks! I always wanted you to just be like, well, this looks like your job, I'm out, bye.
there's 4 things that the heroes had. There was one of them that had the power of heating things, and this was used to counteract the water artifact. And then there was this one. Who was this creature? I forget the name of the creature. But it had the ability to turn into this giant beast with wings. Its wingspan was incredible, bigger than my own.
You mean almost like a druid?
Not a dragon.
I said a druid. You mean
A
almost
druid.
like a druid
Oh,
that had an
similar to-
ability to turn into things? And I just look at Dirtcraft like, you mean...
We must find the bat as soon as possible. Yes.
Yes, it's.
I am
there's
now taking
something
responsibility for
about
that. I'm almost dead, you fool. I'm 80 years old.
And then there was a third one. It was a golden ability. A golden touch, I suppose you could say. It was used to destroy the Earth artifact, actually. It was quite effective in destroying it. And then finally, there was something hidden in the desert that the heroes must find, or they had to find, in order to finally destroy the air artifact that was said to be found in Cirrus's den. It was.
Yay.
What was
Okay,
this?
this is harder because Nick isn't here, because originally it was Nick's job to do the 4th thing.
There was a small gift from the goddess of the sun. It was a tiny sun of its own, and I believe it was buried somewhere in the desert sands, or so how the story goes. And this tiny element was able to destroy the air artifact, and once that had been done,
Caitlin,
the desert was returned to normal. Yes?
I have so many fucking notes that it starts to bug out and just go off into nothing.
I told
You
you
make him
it was
second
going
journal.
to be an info dump.
Oh yes, no, this is the episode that just titles exposition. Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
I should make Arthur a second journal.
He already
I
has
already
a
have
second
a second
journal.
3rd journal then.
Oh no, that's way too much. I mean, if you need it, I'll give it to you.
I will be going to the store with my dad in about 30 to 40 minutes, so I apologize.
Okie dokie.
I'll be right back though, because apparently I have to go ask her if she needs anything. So if I don't return in about 15 minutes, somebody call the police, because either she's dead or I'm dead.
Okay.
Okay then. But yes, no. I'd like to point out, Caitlin,
Mm-hmm.
that if I wasn't a nosy cunt, this
Uh-huh.
would have been just the simplest conversation of how can we stall for 6 hours.
Yep.
And there would have been no info dump.
Well, it would have came eventually anyway.
Oh boy, I always wanted to fight a fucking ancient dragon.
Yeah.
So, out of curiosity,
In character, out of character.
kind of yes.
What?
Is it? Are we too far into the campaign to say fuck this? This is too much. And just go hide in a corner?
Yes.
Are we too
Um,
deep?
theoretically you could do that, but wouldn't end
The
well.
chosen one.
It was chosen ones. What did they do? They said fuck this shit and left.
That wouldn't make a very good story now, would it?
I mean, you really can't leave, but like,
Politely asked Cirrus, "Hey, we're the only ones that could theoretically destroy a realm. Can we just leave?"
the only way you can leave is by destroying them.
I'm not gonna leave these
Or
people
you
who
could
just
just,
continuously
you
die.
know, sit there and wait for death.
Oh yeah, no, we're like in the middle of a culling right now. It's like,
No.
Just let
If it
them
was the
die.
middle of the calling, you would know.
well, we're like right before the culling, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Before the storm.
They're like testing the waters to see how much work this will like require.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, no, I think that is the like fourth or fifth time that I've basically written "we are fucked" in my notes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's like, well, got some bad news.
I mean, you're not totally fucked.
So what's your plan if one of us dies? Just out of character. What happens
Well,
if one of us
I'd like to
dies?
point out that
Well,
technically, story-wise, I've already done my job.
yes. Well, basically, a power would transfer to a new person.
It would go to a different relative. Or something.
Yep.
I don't know.
Well, not necessarily relative, and it was bound to
New
family,
character.
but a new character. Yeah.
Should we continue talking to
Rhyfus.
and we are obligated to do so in game. I'm saying, are we waiting for?
I mean, do you want to take a break until Candle gets back, or do you want to just keep talking?
Good to keep talking. I talk a lot.
Okay. Well, she talks a lot too.
I think she'll win.
Oh yeah. My
I'll be
voice
honest.
is going to be so sore tomorrow.
I am completely willing with like, alright, let's get a new story. We'll just wait for the next 3 hours. A story after story just continues. She gets to talk a lot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I find humans to be inferior and terrible. Woo!
Yeah.
Hi.
Except she'll still talk you.
Alright, Mr. Dragonborn.
Yes.
You seem to be like the most worthy to speak.
Oh, I wouldn't call myself worthy. We're all equally worthy. You are one of the chosen ones, Alexander.
Oh, like you
Yes.
fucking not.
Oh,
A druid that can turn themselves. Well, no, a being that can turn themselves into beasts. That sounds like everything up your alley if I've ever heard it.
Oh,
I
but
have
it's a very
no idea.
specific beast. Not just any beast.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
See,
you yourself have stated that you can only turn to the things that you know exist. If you don't know it exists, you wouldn't be able to turn into it yet. You just have to.
exactly.
Once you know it, what it is, you'll be able to turn into it. I bet you.
Yeah, maybe. You never know. But I'm sure the bat is far more adept.
I mean, didn't the guy say that your mentor was hiding something from you? This could be it.
Oh, anyway, how are you doing, Rhyfus? What?
I don't like this line of conversation. It involves me having to be responsible.
Look, man, I'm on the edge of death. I'm like, I'm just gonna kick the bucket sooner or later. It's fine. So Rhyfus,
Yeah.
what do you? We don't have a whole lot of stories, unfortunately. We're not for that long. We can tell you about some of matches that Alexander's taken a part of. Unfortunately, they
I
aren't
suppose
very
that
fun.
could be rather interesting.
I'll start off with the archery one, or not the archery, the javelin one, because I like that one, and I don't like the Master Beast tournament.
That was a great tournament. What do you mean? They gave me lots of XP. I mean, it was a very tough tournament.
So I'll tell her about the javelin one and about the boy Mercer, who, with his ability,
Huh?
Mercer,
Oh yeah, Mercer. Great guy.
Ruggedeth, obviously, who won, but
Mhm.
Alexander coming in a very close second.
Congratulations.
Alexander's quite Alexander Devereaux, in fact, if you know the name.
Devereaux. Huh.
Sorry, Arthur, but
That's...
we need stuff to talk about.
I suppose I've
Sound
heard
like
that
me, yeah.
family name for quite some time.
It's quite an important name in the human world.
You know, I don't think I quite like them.
Oh,
Hey.
that's unfortunate.
Thanks, Jack.
What makes you feel better? He doesn't like them very much either.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Fair enough, but they're a very greedy family, and there have been quite a few times in the past century that I found several of their family members running into my den and digging through my sand.
I assure you, you have nothing to worry about Alexander for that. From that, he's well, obviously he's the chosen one, and secondly, he's not. He's not a greedy person at all.
Point to be like, I'd like a new conversation line that doesn't involve me possibly getting roasted at some point because of it. Any other one, actually. Literally any other conversation line.
About the Master Beast tournaments and how you earned the title of Master Beast.
Oh, I didn't earn that title. Mercer did, remember?
Yes, correct. But I don't want to talk about it.
What is this Master of the Beast tournament?
Oh, I'll talk about that. Alright, so I will tell the story of the Master of the Beasts and how it came in waves and we went with the 4 people. Myself included.
That's odd.
Quite uncomfortable.
You find enjoyment over killing other creatures.
I don't.
I view it more as a display of skill, actually, than
a display of skill. I suppose that's an interesting way of...
After all,
what does it feel like killing them?
Thanks, Caitlin.
What does it feel like killing them? Do you feel anything?
I suppose it depends.
Shame.
You feel shame, Jack?
Oh, I feel shame on your behalf, yes.
I feel shame on your behalf.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
You did it. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, we're talking about you.
We're not.
I wanted to see your reaction, Jack.
Sorry.
I mean, I don't care.
Oh no, we're talking about you in game, like how you can turn stuff to gold and stuff.
Okay.
Continue your conversation about her, then, Alexander.
No. Did it exist? What? Hold on.
Do you actually do that?
You can't just walk out of the 4th wall. What part of you can't leave this plane of existence do you not understand?
Don't tell me what I can and can't do.
I didn't. The DM did.
One of the chosen ones, Arthur. Come on.
But that's what I feel when I kill them. Well,
I'm just curious. Find enjoyment, some feel nothing, and feel remorse. I'm curious as to what you...
I guess it depends on the creature. Some of them are rampaging, destructive beasts, and at the very least, they do need to get cut down.
Oh, so you can play judge on their behalf.
I guess some are not exactly natural, and those certainly do need to be cut down. Some are, I guess I feel satisfaction from my ability as a human to be able to slay them.
So let's say if you were able to slay, you would feel satisfaction because you bested something larger than you.
You cut out like in the middle of that sentence. It was like if you managed to slay
Pretty sure she's asking if you're gonna kill her. Or try to kill her.
No, she asked if you were able to kill her, you would feel satisfaction.
God damn it! Why do you cut out like whatever?
Oh my god.
You do keep cutting out.
Oh no. Okay.
Whatever you it's like every single time you're about to say what it is that I could slay, I would feel satisfaction. You cut out. It's like the only thing that gets cut out.
So say you were able to slay me. You would feel satisfaction because you were able to slay something larger than you.
Well, quite a trivial question. We never could.
Well, hold on. Slaying you.
Yes.
I suppose that would likely grant me a mixture of feelings, one of them being satisfaction. It would, honestly, not gonna try to lie to you, it would honestly give me make me feel quite satisfied to be able to defeat someone as strong as you. It would certainly make me feel better about my chances against Cirrus. Other than that, I would feel remorse about killing something with such a strong grasp of sentience similar to my own that did not try to kill me first, of course. And likely relief that I wasn't dead, especially against something as strong as you are.
Interesting. I like your way of thinking. But I suppose that's why Cirrus doesn't like you.
I think there's many reasons why Cirrus doesn't like me currently.
Oh, not to you in particular. I suppose you're kind, I should say.
I can't speak on behalf of all humanity. They obviously have different emotions and different feelings from all of us.
Oh,
Alexander
that's okay.
feels. Yes, but I'm sure you're aware. Alexander feels much more. There's much more admiration in killing animals.
How would you feel, Dirkrath?
Yes.
How would you feel?
Kill animals? I don't like doing that at all.
Right, but
It
say
brings me
you were
quite
able to
discomfort.
slay me, how?
That would be. I would feel quite terrible at that. We both dragons in some capacity, and you're quite friendly. That would be quite rude.
Only Jack would be scared about being rude as he's killing someone.
Sorry. The Canadian.
I don't particularly like killing things, believe it or not. I try my best to be as non-combative. I eat vegetables. I eat a complete vegetarian diet. It contains good berries at the moment.
And you are the reason why I like your kind.
I would hope I'm the reason that you like me and not for some other reason.
Such compassion. If only all things could feel that way. And you, Astrid, how...
On the one hand, I've spoken to you.
And she's more or
Really
less saving
decent.
Marcus.
I'm getting to that.
Sorry.
Which is good.
That's the nicest thing you ever said to me, Astrid. Thank you.
Which is more than most have done to try to help him, including our kind. I mean, I am a huntsman. Your hide would fetch a very good price, I'm not going to lie. Powerful to know that I killed a dragon, but again, spoken with you. A good, decent. So conflicted.
Conflicted. Yes, I suppose answers straight black or white. Though you do show a small greed, it isn't terrible. I don't think Siras understands that greed isn't always a terrible thing. In fact, it can help some creatures to survive. But thank you for your answers. I suppose it helps me know you three just a little bit better. Because this will not be the last time that we meet, I'm sure.
We need to bring the bat back, of course.
I mean, like,
Exactly, but even after that, I will certainly keep my eye out for you three. Should you ever come near this place again, consider my den a home. Hold on.
I'm sorry, for a brief second, I really thought that was you. So I was like, if you ever come near this place again, drops completely.
Oh my god. No, it's freaking groovy.
What a perfect timing right there.
God damn it.
I thought it
Breaking
was
my
Alex again.
atmosphere. God.
I thought it was Alex again. I was like,
I am so sorry. That was funny.
God damn it, Groovy, you're messing up my story. I'm trying to build
you're
immersion.
ruining my life.
God.
Okay, so if you ever come near this area again, take
You
care
can
of yourself.
consider my den a home.
Remember that.
Wow. I'm upset. I should have queued it like 4 times so I don't have to deal with that. I'll queue it 3 times. That should be fine.
Appreciate the offer. Thank you very much.
Much
My
appreciated.
pleasure.
I'd like to point out, guys, this is so far my notes just from this encounter.
Jesus.
Oh, damn.
And that's just the section that's actually underneath the Rhyfus encounter section. I have other stuff as well.
Interesting.
Gosh, very differently. Is that how you supposed to Sirius,
Not
Caitlin?
at all, but that was how I spelled it before how it's spelled,
Yeah,
and I just kept
I will
it.
put it in the chat. There we go.
Boys, oh, that's pretty close to what you put there, Arthur. I gotta admit.
It's not bad.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't even try to spell it right at all. I was just like, oh, right. That's the name. This is how I'm spelling it.
Right.
So, is there anything else you'd like to talk about specifically, Rice?
Yes, actually, I'm curious about what you plan to do. After
Well-
you give me the bat, of course.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, well, we're gonna go get the bat the moment that you stop. The moment that we're allowed
You the
to.
bat?
What?
You mean bring the bat here so you can have a conversation with him, correct?
Yes, well, my conversations tend to last for a very long time. So,
Well,
Plan to do after that. Well, I imagine I'll need to talk to the bat. sooner or later. Once you finish your conversation, of course.
Oh, I would suggest talking all that you can before you bring him back. I don't like cutting my conversations short.
Of course, but so after we do that, we're gonna kill Marcus. We'll probably head into town, unless you, I don't know. Actually, I haven't talked to my party. Would you guys like to? I have a mission to go clear out this bandit den. I guess slightly to this area of here. Provide us with some gold, as well as some baddies. We can help with the rebuilding of Crowmire, or and die, or
And die? What the fuck is that and die for?
you know. What would you guys like to do? What do you? This is a perfect time to talk about it. Rifus? What would you? Out of those suggestions I've given, a few things that I know off the top of my head we could do. What would you suggest we do?
I would suggest you bide your time very carefully. If things are going how I believe they are, Corrin will continuously send things after you, pushing you and pushing you.
We've noticed.
Yes, but things will become more difficult.
I'm sure.
I would suggest you try and find the rest of the artifacts. Or perhaps confront him.
I don't suppose
Hmm.
stories happen to say where they would be.
No. However, I would suggest keeping your eye out for elements. They are a good indicator of where the artifacts are hidden.
You mean like how there's fire elementals always coming out of Cirrus? I mean, Crowmire?
Precisely.
Not Cirrus, Crowmire.
The Crowmire, yes. I would assume that the ruins for the fire artifact would be near Crowmire, considering they do have to deal with fire elementals quite often.
Well,
Sorry, guys.
I-
I'm gonna have to veto that on the grounds that we have to learn the elements in the order of air, water, earth, and then fire has to be last.
I'd like to point out that would mean the order was already broken because we've already destroyed the water one.
No, it's okay.
Yes.
We're water benders. We were born with water bending. That's fine.
Yeah.
Now, so
Alright, guys, Jack, I'm just gonna tell you right now, we're not gonna do that.
no one ever listens to the person who no one ever listens to the wise old dragon. Oh well.
I mean, the dragon seems to just be telling us, yeah, that looks like a place where they might be. That sounds reasonable.
Okay, well, that sounds like quite a mission.
You can choose to do what you wish. If I were you, I would certainly go about trying to do that.
How dangerous are fire elementals per se, Rhyfus, for us people who are prone to dying?
Well, for those of us that can shoot water or control water, probably not very. For those of us that shoot fire with our weapons, probably very.
You lot look like a very capable band. However, I would suggest not only preparing for fire elementals, but other being of a sort that come from the plane of fire.
Alright, boys, we're gonna figure out how to make grenades out of water.
Do you think that we'll need to be stronger than we are currently to win a fight in that place?
I'm not quite sure. I know very little about the ruins, or really anything about how they are constructed and what is within them. I just know that they tend to pertain to the element they host.
Do you know where any other ruins are?
Well, obviously, the air one is said to be in the Den of Siras. And
Alright.
Around his den,
I'm
it is
just gonna point
constantly
out,
storming.
we are not going there first. Like, thank you for the information on that one, but that is on the far end of things that we're doing right now.
Actually, I believe that one of your villages was named after the coming Storm Hill. That's what it's called. I believe his den is somewhere near there. So, that is the area for the airborne. As for the
Area?
yes, so clever. As for the Earth one, I would suggest perhaps looking at some of the mountain ranges. It's got to be part of one of them. There's 3 if you haven't traveled the desert. 3 mountain ranges.
You got that, Alexander?
No, hold on.
Ow.
Well, I can write it down, but I just kind of assumed. I apologize.
Wow.
Stormhill was the
Storm Hill, yep.
Cool. How much longer do we have to talk, Caitlin, out of character?
Honestly, you can stop whenever you want. Whenever you guys are, like, fully tired of talking, we can go ahead and stop.
I have to get ready to go to the store, so.
Okay.
What's your favorite color, Rhyfus?
Huh? My favorite color? I would have to say it's red.
Hi. You are a gold dragon.
Yes, but I like the color of the canyon. Which is kind of why I created my den here. Okay.
That always told me I could learn a lot about someone based on what color their favorite color was.
Oh, and Caitlin, when I say that it kind of breaks, I mean it does this, where I can't see the X button to actually get rid of it.
What?
I'll just put it in the chat.
That's in the chat, boys.
Oh, wow.
Like, there's so much stuff on this one now that it breaks, and it takes me a minute to be able to get.
That's kind of funny.
Leave
I mean,
me
you
with
could
her.
always put it in a Google Docs as well.
Oh, no, never.
Make another journal, Caitlin.
I mean, do you need another?
Yes.
Both of you?
I don't. I don't take notes.
uh, right. Do
Just
you
like
need another
unprepared
one,
player.
Arthur?
Huh?
Do you need another one?
Probably. I should honestly probably
Okay.
start organizing these journals based upon specific categories.
Why would I need to take notes if Arthur is so diligent?
Because, I don't know.
It's not like his character's gonna die at any point, you know? Hopefully.
Dies, like, within, like, 15 minutes.
There is no plot armor. If you die, you die.
I highly doubt that I was gonna have plot armor anyway. My job in the story's technically done.
I mean, they could still use your ability.
I mean, yes, my ability is still great within the story, but like my official like job in it is done.
Uh-huh.
You know, my like job and point was to kill the water thing. We did that a while ago.
That was the first thing.
Like any
Sorry, Alexander.
plot armor that I could have had is long gone.
Next one of us down, he's gonna take us all. May not be super reassuring, but it was meant to be.
If he's gonna take one of us down, he's gonna take us all. That was supposed to be reassuring, but I guess looking back on it, it really wasn't.
If by chance, we do Alexander is one of the chosen ones, we find the other ones, and we destroy the rest of these artifacts, would you help us in the battle against Siros?
Ooh, that's an interesting proposition.
I was like,
I never even thought about going against him.
I was like half expecting an immediate, fuck no, what do you think I am?
I don't fight very often. I'm not much of a fighter. But I suppose if it came down to it, I would much prefer to live outside of a demi-plane.
There would be so much more people to talk to.
That is very true. I suppose I could ally myself with you.
Question. Does
Yes.
your father happen to have a nickname? Like, I know that you're titled the Rambler, I believe. Would your father happen to have a similar moniker?
Oh, that... he turned into a human such a long time ago, I have to remember. I believe it was the Inquisitive, but I'm not quite sure. The Inquisitive, or perhaps the Thoughtful.
That would explain a little bit as well.
She said Vernon, yeah?
Yeah.
It's not ink on book. Right.
Vernon.
Alexander knows Vernon, it sounds like, so that's fine.
Yes, actually, I do know Vernon. He's the one that told me about my ability to set things on fire. That sounds terrible, but that's how it went down.
It sounds like he's aware of your power.
Yes, that's one way of putting it. He fucking told me that I had a power.
Trying to think of positive reassurance,
Quite likely knows more about it still than I do. And him being a fucking dragon definitely explains that a lot more than the random dude in the tavern who used to be an adventurer for some reason. No.
Until he took an arrow to the knee.
Alexander, you said that they send messages to your shop sometimes, right?
That would be the
From people?
red cloaks, yes.
Sorry. Just making sure that we won't be anything we say isn't like immediately conveyed to someone else. Not that I'm suspicious of anything.
I don't know. I honestly don't know how that works. So maybe? Possible?
If you're listening right now, would you please tell Alexander so that we know?
Nothing. Nothing whatsoever.
Perfect. Then it means that they aren't listening to us.
Definitely. That's exactly what that means. There's no other.
Unless they are, which they could be. They could just not say anything. But I prefer to think the best of people.
Fun. Yep.
Did you get a message, Arthur?
Nope.
Typing. I don't think you got something.
Not at all. Nothing whatsoever. Don't worry about it.
I think that's all the questions I have. I am a little still worried about the bat. He is free to leave anytime he wishes if he comes here, correct? His own volition, free will, all that good stuff.
That shit.
He can leave when I'm done with my conversation.
I'm getting increasingly worried that the bat's gonna die here.
I'll feed him when I remember. And I can give him water, I suppose.
try to bring him here. Someone's on free will, you know.
Remember, that is our deal. To bat for your Jin.
Deal was that we brought the bat here, yes?
Yes, you bring Tabat so I can speak with him, hold a conversation of my own accord, no limitations, and I will in turn allow you to speak to my Jin. And I suppose release him, cure your Mercus.
Cruz is kind of upset that he thinks that the bat's gonna die here, but you know. First bat.
Oh, I'm
Well, he
sure
can't die here.
fine.
Chosen ones, of course. Whew. Second.
I can normally remember to care for you incredibly vulnerable.
Alright, well, I'm mad that we fill the time with whatever stories we have or talking to her. Listen, did we learn any, did she tell us any stories that have any particular note or value?
No, she kind of just starts rambling about random things.
Talk about politics. We can talk about philosophy.
She might bring up philosophy, but it doesn't really make much sense to any of your characters.
About 3D chess.
It's like dragon philosophy.
Oh, that makes sense to me. I'm a dragon. You know?
Twice removed.
More than twice, probably, to be
Yeah,
fair.
it's a long time removed. No, this is like ancient dragon philosophy. It really sounds like a bunch of hoop.
I'm gonna write down that I know ancient dragon philosophy, though, so that I can talk to you about it.
Jack, don't make me come up with ancient dragon philosophy.
Alright, you brought it up. I mean, I brought it up, but you agreed with it.
Yes, but that's why I said, hey, it doesn't make any sense.
Don't make me do this. Damn it.
Don't make me do this.
Some bad news for you, Caitlin.
Look, I prepared this whole session. I talked all this session. I can leave dragon philosophy out of it.
You would very much like to, wouldn't you?
You
Please.
thought you could.
Please.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that you have to tell me what it is. I'm just gonna talk to people about it, say stuff to people. I'm not
Okay.
gonna say what specifically I
They're
say.
probably gonna look at you like you're crazy.
And okay, so we fill the time, we rest.
Yep. Rest up. Get your rest here. And you guys do rest when the sun rises, and Rhyfus allows you to go to sleep. Hi, Ziggy.
You're right. This has been a great conversation. Is there any way that we should greet you particularly, or exit particularly between dragons?
No. Just use my name, just not my title. I believe your kind affectionately gave me the title the Rambler. However, I don't quite like it.
Well, it'd be a shame if someone had used that in conversation multiple times throughout this session.
Yes. I like my name, not the title given to me by your kind.
I'm gonna call you a Newton, anything you like.
I would greatly
What nickname would you
appreciate
like?
it. Anything that doesn't refer to me as the Rambler.
The
Or somebody
righteous.
Ooh, the righteous.
Humans
I quite
do
like
love our
that.
self-alliteration.
Rhyfus the Righteous. It has a nice ring to it. I like it.
Will be done.
I greatly appreciate it. Actually, write that down.
Say thank you and goodbye in Draconic, and I probably I'm gonna try to teach Alexander and Astrid to say hello and goodbye and thank you in Draconic so they can talk to Rhyfus next time we come back.
Oh, that's cute. I will allow it because that is adorable. Just make sure you make a note. Otherwise, I don't want to forget about that.
And I guess it's up to them whether they listen to me.
Yeah. Hi, Ziggy. Hi, Zig. Okay. Do y'all want to take a small break until Astra gets back?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Because I do still have more planned.
Okay.
In fact, I actually planned for you guys to meet the bat tonight. Alright, thoughts on Rhyfus, guys?
We gotta make sure we tell people that she's righteous. She's
Yes.
Rhyfus the righteous now.
Rhyfus the Righteous.
Hold on. I'm searching for different ones.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Nice.
I told her that we call her Rhyfus the righteous. Unless you brought up a suggestion during the conversation with her, I guess we'll be fine.
No,
I
you
enjoyed
told
talking to her. I'm really worried that she's gonna let the bat die here.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Or the bat will die of old
A
age.
really obscure word that she doesn't know the meaning of.
Dude, there's no
She
way the word she would know the
probably
fucking
knows
meaning of.
way more of.
Unless it's a new word. Unless you just make up a word. Are there any words in Draconic that don't have an English translation?
Probably quite a few.
The thing like
It can only be like loosely trans.
exactly like where you go like where I love you and then translate it to a different language and it means that I cannot exist without you or something like that.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of like that, yeah.
Are there any things that are like that for that you can tell me off the top of your head? You don't have to. It's fine
No,
if you don't.
I
I
can't
understand.
think off the top of my head right now.
Wow,
I would
Caitlin,
have
not
to-
you didn't develop 3 different languages and a history for this world. How dare you?
I mean, I do have a history for it.
Yeah, most of the
You
history
got
of
a
this world
small dose of it
seems to,
tonight.
lean towards we're fucked. Moving on.
Let me know when you develop a language for this place, Caitlin. Go full token.
Oh my god. I don't even know
George R.
how
R.
to
Martin if you
create a
prefer.
language. Because, I mean, Draconic is mostly, like, scratched symbols.
I think it more of like a German, like a harsh language. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's a harsh language. Very throaty and sharp. But, like, it's hard to speak. Like, dragons speak.
Look at German words that have that only have loose translations. Okay, so there's kindergarten. Doesn't look like anything that's immediately gonna pop up, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Or about me use the restroom.
Alrighty. I told you it was going to be an info, Arthur. It's great though.
So many words.
Bro, I had to speak all that.
I know.
With a stuffy nose. Oh. But it was done, and I'm proud.
Oh,
There's
check the
still
general chat.
general chat. Oh, game group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just need a ride from to there.
Yep.
And also, I would prefer not to stay later than midnight because I do have work on Saturday.
As do I. We probably won't.
I'm just wondering if that's the reason why he won't do it at his house.
I don't think he wants to drive out or go to Atlantis.
Oh.
Honestly.
I mean, I like going to Atlantis, but...
I returned.
Oh, welcome
The
back.
prodigal son returns. The one who wishes to
Aw.
not have responsibility.
Of course not, no.
You get it, whether you like it or not.
I disagree.
You get it.
I'll just die and let the bat leave.
What?
Arthur, you know the ending to Endgame, yeah?
Yeah.
And I don't mean the movie ending, I mean the ending that everyone wanted.
With Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've decided that's how we're gonna solve our problems from now on, Arthur.
No. 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 Not only is that just a no, but I'm also 90% sure that most of our problems physically can't be solved that way, as the beings are too large to care about you doing it.
I'll turn it into something a lot bigger.
Wait, what's the biggest thing you can turn into? Probably an elephant.
The elephants are CR4, I can't turn into them yet.
Oh,
Remember the yet, though.
The largest thing, largest animals? I don't know if I can see, I don't think blue whales exist in this universe, so largest land mammal? Yeah, it's probably a elephant, to be honest.
Fuck you mean? You can transform into any D&D made beast.
True, I can transform into the, maybe the animal that, you know, totally is a thing that I might be able to transform into. Who knows how big that thing is?
Caitlin, well, Jack, you can also transform into, like, Circle the Moon can transform into, like, elementals and shit later on.
I didn't go circle the moon, I don't think. Did I went circle? No, maybe I did. Where'd I go?
yeah, what did you go?
All that spells. I did one of the circles. I did the circle with the beasties.
I could have sworn you went, like, Circle the Moon.
Okay.
Beep, boop, beep, beep, beep. Wonder how long Candle's gonna take.
Yeah, that's a good question. She's going to the store, she said, right?
Yeah. Let me ask. Because I do have other stuff planned, but honestly, I could probably take it to the next session if we needed to. Oh, I'm over prepared. I love
Who's gonna rush this?
Oh. Well, since you guys are done talking with Rhyfus for now,
We're heading.
you do get 200 XP from them.
Oh boy.
Arthur, are you level 5 yet? Are you level 5 yet?
I am. I'm already
He
five.
turned level 5 last session.
That's right. But if you leveled up, meaning do you have your stuff?
Yeah, I got my shit from level 5.
What XP do you need to level up?
I need 14k.
Let me check for you.
Well, that's
Jack.
what I need to get up to. It's 14k. You need like 6,500 or something to hit level 5.
Look here.
How'd you keep that? All that
Yes,
damn XP.
6,500.
Well, you remember though, I got like an extra like few hundred from the tournament, and then I went and killed that one Scorpion dude.
Yeah. He got most of his extra XP from that, though.
Solves an entire stealth mission. Yeah, I get like 50 XP, Jack. Hey, Arthur, fights in a tournament. Yeah, level up.
Well, I mean, he was actually fighting Beast.
I killed a lot of things, man. I killed a lot.
Oh, so you're saying the only thing that leveled you up is combat? Okay, Caitlin.
What? No, I probably should have rewarded you with more XP.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry, Caitlin. You're great at DM.
I'm
Treasure you. Thank you.
I'm trying, man. But
You're
I
absolutely
think
fine.
I do need to add more XP for combat things. Because otherwise, I'm just going to throw combat at every session.
Well, I mean, like, I think that the whole like non-combat stuff should give more XP when it accomplishes something.
Yeah.
We accomplished something.
It was helpful. I was just unprepared for that part.
You're absolutely fine, Caitlin. I'm sorry. I do not mean to judge you. You're great, and I appreciate you.
No.
And you're a wonderful DM.
Appreciate it. But that's why I gave you 200 XP from this. A lot. And payment for hearing me ramble on for literally 2 hours.
It's only been an hour and 52 minutes, and we finished like 10 minutes ago, actually.
I have no idea. I'm still waiting to go. I hope not. But I don't know, Dad. I don't know if we should wait or just call it now. I don't know. I'm gonna go get some Pringles real quick, though. Be right back.
Hey, Ben Arthur.
Pretty good. Haven't been able to really complain much, though.
Gotta admit, I heard pretty good. Can't complain much. That's what you said. That's everything.
Yep.
Thought you said something else for a second. Like, it'd be really awkward if you was like, can't complain much except someone died. I'd be like, oh yeah, cool, glad to hear it.
It's like, can't complain much. You know, my grandmother died like 3 days ago. Oh yeah, glad to hear it.
Who do you think killed her?
I do like how it's just the player notes segment is just slowly expanding. I really probably should organize it, but I don't feel like it.
You got time right now.
Remember the bit where I said I don't feel like it? I really should. But I probably won't.
You know what they say. Weapons never forget.
I am.
Or what?
Did you bring the Pringle Boys?
I do have the Pringles
What flavor are they?
Can I have some?
barbecue, and I mean, sure, if you can get them.
If you
On my way. See you guys at 6 a.m.
If you can roll a natural 20, sure.
if you
I have to roll for it?
develop
Yeah.
instantaneous teleportation, like
I've had a single roll all night. Jeez.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been a role-playing session. Yay!
what?
Wow.
Not
Wow.
one, but I was.
No Pringles.
My next trivia team's name is going to be L, but we're going to write it really big and hope that they pronounce it as Big L.
Big L.
Really?
Visual puns are good, you know.
Pring.
Oh, did I tell you about this post that had about 100 different names of songs for a bard and what they were in the description of the song?
No.
And it was lit.
What?
There was a list
Uh-huh.
of I sent it to myself, I believe. So for myself, and I click random song. It's Ghouls in the Graveyard. Song about running through the graveyard seeking to avoid the attack of undead.
Huh. Nice.
Where You've Been, a song about a ranger who searches for his lost love using his tracking skills, but he's delayed by his memories of the locations he visits. At the end of the song, he finds his love waiting for him.
I like it.
And there's just 100 of them. It's so cool.
Wow. Oh, I love playing D&D. I don't know if you guys know that, but I freaking love D&D.
If only D&D was if only my life was just D&D. It didn't have to face the reality of how terrible a person I am.
Damn.
Alright, she says she's probably gonna be a while, so probably best to call it for tonight. And that is okay. We will
That
get to...
specifically because I thought
So,
we would be at
you don't get your ability tonight, Jack. I'm sorry.
Why
Unfortunately.
today?
I thought we would be able to get more done, but unfortunately not. So next week, you will get your ability.
Though.
Huh?
That's a 2-hour session exactly, though.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Good enough.
Most of it was me rambling.
We had a session where we entirely didn't roll a single thing.
Isn't that weird? Have we ever done that before?
Before now? Probably not.
That's crazy.
So that's what we call. I'm about to do what they call a pro gamer move.
Oh snap! Well, info dump over for now.
5 minutes later.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say. No. The bat might have some information. Yep. Okay. Cool. Next session. Haha.
Alright.
Stop this music.
Oop.